And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
The New Orleans Saints select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Get going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, y'all, and welcome to the Dirty Boot Sports Podcast, episode 28. We got a quick one for y'all tonight. We're going to talk UFC 278 recap, some big-time upsets in those fights, and then we're going to do an AFC West preview, arguably the best division in football.
I think they're definitely the best division in football.
No doubt.
Top to bottom, hands down, they got to be the best.
I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, probably.
Talk about the quarterback play in that division.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no.
We will be
necessarily
talking about it
bad
later.
team.
Let's not get too deep in that. This is what episode?
28.
Who is that? Who do we have
The
here?
AP episode.
The AP.
Dude, I had somebody the other day. I can't remember.
Who was that you said?
Prince Fielder.
Marshall Faulk.
Prince Fielder.
Yeah, the Prince Fielder. Yeah. You wore 28 in All-Stars because of Prince Fielder,
Yep,
right?
Sure did.
Wow.
I picked a new first baseman every year to pick my number off of because
Why did
10
you go
was
19? Was it Votto?
No, 19 was my high school number
But why did you go that?
because that's what I was given.
Oh. Votto's 19 at first.
No, that's what I was given.
The jersey fit. Huh?
Exactly, it was my size. So
I
took it.
never really picked jerseys in high school. It was always just what was given to me.
That's how it is at
I think
any school.
I think I was a freshman. I had 25. I played first base.
Well, I
That's how it
regret
was for football,
I
too.
regret to say I chose 2 in Little League at one point for Derek Jeter.
It's
Yeah,
not good, man.
I don't like that period of my life, but I regret it every day.
What a bum.
Bill, you wanna tell us?
Bill, lead this because I missed the main event. So
Okay, UFC 278 last night. It was extremely top heavy. As far as the casual UFC fan may not have recognized any name that was on the early prelims or the prelims, but there were 3 notable stars I was looking for. The first, which I guess was the co-main event, was the Jose Aldo.
mm-hmm.
I really expected more out of him.
How is he a co-main event at this point?
Well, he was a co-co.
Co-main event.
Yeah.
Well, I got a question about the co-main event anyway, so
Yeah.
we'll get into that.
Yeah, so
it was a weak card, honestly. It really was.
Yeah, Aldo didn't impress me. I expected he was going to be back. I mean, he looked good. He just, if he'd have been in a 2-round fight, he'd have made out a lot better. His third round, his third round was just flat. And then the co-main event was Paulo Costa and Luke Rockhold.
How is Luke Rockhold in a co-main event fight? That's the question.
Well, it was it was a light card. It was. But, yeah, Luke Rockhold, if you've seen a video or a meme from this fight, you probably saw him smearing his blood all over the face of Paulo Costa.
While short stroking him.
Yeah, but, but Paulo's pretty, I don't know, he's an odd cookie, so he may have had that coming. I don't know. And then the main event, Leon Edwards taking on the champion and the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the UFC. Some were saying he may be the greatest. What is he? What are they? Welterweight?
Should be welterweight.
Welterweight,
yeah.
greatest welterweight ever.
And that's something that ESPN put out that day or like the day before. They were like, "Will Usman have the drive to be the next great or the GOAT or whatever?"
Yeah.
And then he goes and loses. It's crazy.
That hey, everything goes great until you get kicked in the head, right?
That's right.
With
1 minute left in the fight.
Oh yeah. We were like at the 4-minute 14-second.
That one just
Or
screams
404.
rematch, though.
When he was laying on the ground,
it
it was
would
like 56 seconds left when he hit the floor. I
Oh
think.
yeah.
I mean,
he
it was, and he had the fight won, from what I understand.
Oh yeah.
Just-
If you, funny on the stats. Usman
It
actually
wasn't even close on the. Fight
Usman
metric.
landed 83 of 135 significant strikes. He landed more than Edwards even threw.
So he dominated him
Edwards
up to the last minute of the fight.
It's 55 of 75. He only threw 75, and Usman landed 83. So
When he got kicked in the head, was he being aggressive or was it just a freak thing?
Oh, was Usman being
I mean,
aggressive?
Usman, he doesn't really take off in the later rounds to me.
I mean,
he's not Izzy.
He just
He could have taken a lesson from GSP.
He's gonna fight to the end to me. That's what it feels like.
And it kind of resembled the Dominic Cruz getting kicked in the face last week, except that was a face kick. He was trying to defend, and I think Usman just got caught. So
Usman's nose didn't look as bad as Cruz's did then. Huh? No. That was nasty.
I think the back of his head took most of the brunt of that
like
kick.
his ankle
last night.
wrapped perfectly around his head somehow.
And and that's kind of interesting because it's illegal to strike somebody in the back of the head. Can't kick them, hit them, punch them. Can't do anything to the back of the head. But a perfectly placed kick to the side of the head, the whole end of the foot wraps around the back and hits him in the spot that's supposed to be illegal.
Supposed
to
be
hit him
protected,
in.
yeah.
So,
or when they slam them into the canvas on the back of their head,
got them up and slam them down. Yeah.
Yep. Very dangerous.
Rampage Jackson used to scare.
Oh, he knocked somebody out like that. Yeah, slammed them so hard they went out cold.
Yeah.
We were talking about how weak of a card it was.
Yeah.
It is reported that they had 360,000 pay-per-view buys, which that might sound like a lot, but Kamaru Usman's last fight when he fought Colby Covington in November had over 700,000 pay-per-view buys.
Well, that's probably because of Covington.
Well,
Covington brings a lot in.
It's all exactly. So it's not really Usman drawing the views,
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've been
Just
to a
something to
B-Dubs
think
in
about.
Monroe when Covington was fighting. Every person in that building was going for him.
He knows how to sell a fight.
Yeah,
he's going to talk it up.
Exactly. Usman's not going to sell one because he's so freaking dominant, And you're only going to want to watch him fight most often if he's fighting like another guy that might challenge him. And I don't think anybody really thought Edwards could. I mean, I didn't.
No.
I mean he didn't until he got the
Exactly.
I didn't know the fight was happening until after it happened.
Exactly. And some of the guys that I was hanging out with last night, they were like, "Oh, Edwards has a shot." I'm like, "There ain't no way." So of course, whenever I'm on the road home and I miss the main event fight, I get a call and everybody's yelling at me. So that was fun.
Well, it was just one of them freak things.
Yeah.
He just caught him just right at the.
Had they fought before?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the second.
Was it
fight.
bad?
Usman had won it, and so they'll definitely have a trilogy because Usman deserves another shot at the belt for sure.
Edwards, is he the England guy?
Yeah, he's Jamaican, but he lives in England.
You got to give it to him though, just for being there in the last round.
Oh yeah, for sure. And something cool that Dana White said was he wants to do a third one, and he wants to do it in England at Wembley Stadium. So that would be the biggest all time.
Yep,
that'd be awesome.
Oh, because they'll put 100,000 in there.
Oh, without a doubt.
And Edwards is a champion now, so he should get to go wherever he wants to go.
And that's why they're going to do that, I think, to be kind of like, well, you've earned this, so here you go, let's do it.
The bigger Dana White announcement last night, did y'all see what he said about NFL? That he was talking with, is it Mark Davis, the Raiders guy? Or he was doing something with the Raiders, and he had a trade lined up to get Brady and Gronk in Las Vegas, and John Gruden said he didn't want that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Really?
They wanted to go to Vegas before they wanted to go to Tampa.
Yeah, and Dana White had
that was their choice.
He was in on it for some reason. I don't know really why, but
he's big Brady guy. He's friends
Boston.
with all of them. Yeah, him and for Gabriel Fertitta.
Well, he loved New England.
Yeah, they're big Brady guys.
Yeah, Dana says Brady was not happy when the deal didn't happen, and that he was already looking for houses and everything, and then Gruden blew the deal up.
Well, ain't that something?
God,
so you got to feel good if you're a Raider fan right now.
Yeah, Usman fought Leon Edwards in 2015, won by unanimous decision. So
that's old.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure Gruden had, he's got standards that he wants to
Oh,
try to
yeah,
keep his
yeah,
programs
yeah.
up to. So,
Very
for
true.
sure. He runs a tight ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Usman's been the champion since 2019. So 3-year run. Yeah, give the man a rematch immediately.
He always has been a backer of Carr though.
Who?
It's about Gruden.
Gruden, yeah.
Oh,
he's
you saw
always
that
been
on
a big
Hard
Carr
Knocks.
guy. Yeah.
Well, I don't think
Love him.
Gruden's got much of a say in anything there now.
Yeah. So speaking of, that's a perfect.
He could always type
transition.
an email.
That's a perfect transition into the AFC West preview. So, I mean, obviously,
A lot of moves have happened in this division.
are the Chiefs still the favorite though?
I think they got to be until
I
someone
think
knocks
they
them off.
are. I think actually Vegas has them as the favorite.
Let's start from the bottom. Let's go with Broncos
Who's the bottom?
country.
Broncos, okay.
Let's
agree.
ride, huh?
Let's ride.
The last time a Bronco took a ride,
Let's ride.
June 17th. Right?
1994.
Yeah.
Yeah. Al Cowling was driving that Bronco, and we know who was sitting in the back.
Who was it?
It was O.J. Simpson.
It was.
That was an assisted.
I've had that lined up since Wednesday.
Let's ride.
Since Wednesday.
Yeah.
Let's ride.
Been waiting.
Good. I was struggling over here.
Bronco country.
Hand me that big marker.
You love to see a 3-and-out by Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
Yeah. So let's talk about Broncos country.
The biggest move probably all offseason, I think
Trey
you could say,
Quinn.
was
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, huh?
No,
So
no
I saw
doubt.
Trey Quinn had like 5 catches for 48 yards today. So
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
Underrated, bro.
he's back in the league?
I guess, yeah.
So
Well, he
are
was
we
at
going to see
Jacksonville.
Russ Cook?
They better let him.
They're gonna have to let Russ cook.
Russ cook.
He's got weapons.
Russ has been cooking his own little batch since he's got to Denver. Because my God, his social media, all of his little entrepreneurial stuff has been blowing up everywhere. Like, I can't get away from the guy. I like Russell Wilson. I just don't like seeing him that
It's
much.
too much.
Yeah.
We're being
I
flooded
love
by
Russ.
him.
I've been believing in him for a while, and
He's been begging him to cook, man.
yeah. I mean, especially was it last year where they were bad to start the year until he got hurt.
They were horrible.
I don't really know why, but they just were. And it's not like he didn't have the weapons, because Metcalf and Lockett was, top 5 wide receiver duo in the league probably last year.
That whole dynamic there was odd with Pete Carroll and
But is it just me, or is this team built a lot like Seattle? Run the ball, play defense, not a throw first
Denver.
team?
Yeah, Denver. Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of going to the same type team he was in before.
Mm-hmm. His weapons are not better.
No.
No, I mean, his wide receivers got worse and unproven.
So he's got Cortland Sutton. Who else?
Jerry Jeudy. Tim Patrick is out for the year.
Out for the year.
KJ Hamler's there. Penn State guy, little gadget guy.
And they got really good running backs, so they're going to run the ball a lot.
I think Cortland Sutton's going to have a big year. I've always been high on him.
Yeah, me too.
And that's
People are saying
probably
he's the one
it's
there,
hard
too.
to say.
I agree. I think he's
that's
gonna
probably
be
how what's his name got
number
over there.
one there.
Louisiana product, Trey Quinn.
Yeah,
They played together in college at
Cortland
SMU.
Sutton, SMU. Yeah. What about the tight end for Denver?
Albert Okwuegbunam.
There you go.
Okay, who?
There's some
Whoever
people
that
big
is.
on him.
Yeah, he's got the athletic profile, and he's been stuck behind Noah Fant for a little bit, and now Fant's up in Seattle. So
yeah,
We were talking about the division, like the odds. You have the Chiefs at plus 170, Chargers plus 225, Broncos plus 270, Raiders at plus 650. So they're viewing the
they don't
Broncos.
even have a favorite, honestly.
They
Everyone's an
don't.
underdog.
They're viewing the Broncos and the Chargers as basically the same team, which
I think
No,
the
no,
Chargers
that's
is so much
that's-
better.
that's poo-poo.
horrible.
I think the Chargers are going to win the division.
I think they will too.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because they were the last man out last year, the playoffs.
Yep.
You know?
So
Well,
let's see.
they've improved that defense.
Let's see some of
so.
the additions for Denver. So we got Melvin Gordon back. He's gonna stick around with Javonte Williams.
I feel like Melvin
until he
Gordon's been in
breaks
the
out.
league forever.
I love me some Melvin Gordon.
God.
I love Williams. I think he's going to be a stud this year.
Yeah, I think he will be too. Defensively, Randy Gregory, 5 years, $70 million. That's
All
a
right,
lot of
so
money.
we're thinking October, November when he gets suspended for weed.
Yeah,
Which one?
He's in a good state.
Halloween
for it.
night.
Depends on when they test.
Yeah, because he will have an issue.
Gregory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
DJ Jones, 3 years,
Give him
$30
6
million
years.
on D tackle. So they definitely kept their D line intact. Not much else really defensively. K'Wan Williams and Kareem Jackson, at the secondary. Their linebackers are pretty weak, though, I believe. Von Miller's out of there. Chubb's still coming off the edge. Did he get hurt last year?
I want to say he got hurt at the beginning
of
the
the last year? Yeah. Go over there to departures, Bill. I think I saw Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah. Teddy B, Drew Lock, Noah Fant.
Noah Fant's a big one.
Shelby Harris. I forgot he's in that trade.
Mm-hmm.
Shelby Harris was like the leader of that locker room defensively, I believe. And I forgot he was included in that trade to Seattle. Kenny Young, Louisiana product. From John Curtis, I believe.
Curtis. Yeah.
Bryce Callahan and Kyle Fuller. Both of their corners that aren't Patrick Surtain. So that could go wrong. Because neither one of them are bad. They're both pretty solid. And then draft-wise, what did they do? Did they trade all their picks? Probably.
Oh, there they are.
No first-round pick, second-round pick, edge from Oklahoma. Don't know you. Did they do anything significant?
No.
Montreal Washington, I've heard a lot about him. He's going to be their returner, fourth receiver. He's going to be electric.
Little gadget fella.
Not bad for the 5th round.
Yeah, from Samford. So if a Samford wide receiver goes round 5.
Stanford.
Well, who's going to take Tim Patrick's spot? Who was that on?
Him, KJ Hamler, I guess. He'll be in there.
So he'll get a chance.
Yeah, definitely. Because
So
Tim
I guess Hamler would be
Tim
the three,
Patrick's
huh?
been there for, 3 or 4 years, and he's always been solid.
He's been solid.
He's always been playable every once in a while.
Very underrated. And I think he signed did he sign a deal this offseason? Like a kind of decent one?
I want to say yes. That sounds about right.
So, Broncos country. What are we thinking?
I don't think they're going to ride as long and hard as some people do.
I think they're worst in this division.
Well, it's a
I
tough
think they are,
division.
too.
I mean, it's tough to win a game in this
It's
division.
crazy to say that with Russell Wilson as a quarterback, but
I don't think he moves the needle as much as people thinks he does.
That's hard to say, though, because
That's just
he's
me.
one of the very few quarterbacks that have a Super Bowl in the NFL, huh?
Well, I know, but that's the thing. I've never been really high on him, really ever.
So
He's so much better than what they had last year.
I don't think he's a system quarterback, but I just don't know.
As Josh said,
I think he's a Hall of Famer, but I just don't. I don't know if
when you're going from Drew Lock and Teddy Bridgewater to a Hall of Famer, that's a needle.
Yeah,
You saw Tampa do it. Jameis to Tom Brady.
And the problem.
Okay, so Tom Brady and Russell Wilson, same category.
No.
Russell Wilson's in the elite of the NFL. I'll say that. Russ is top 6, 7 quarterback.
No.
He's not.
When
top.
you
Was
go
he last year?
No,
He's top
Was
10.
he last year?
he's top 10 maybe. He's like 9 or 10.
I give him top
Really?
10.
Yes. Allen, Mahomes, Rodgers, Herbert. I'd start going through the division. That's the big 4.
Burrow.
Brady, Burrow. That's 6 right there. I think
Is he
Derek
better
Carr's
than
just
Lamar?
as good as him. Lamar.
Derek Carr is just as good at him.
Lamar.
I think Russ has a step above Lamar. And I would think he would have a step above Burrow too right now.
Tua.
No.
Stop it. All right.
Would you rather have Matt
Is he
Stafford
better
or Russell
than-
Wilson?
Matt Stafford.
Stafford.
Last year, Matt Stafford.
Last
Wanna-
year, yeah.
wanna say-
but-
I mean, Matt Stafford's been a consistent.
That's
contributor
I don't think
his
that's
whole
I don't think
career.
that's the problem though. I think the problem is his freaking division that he's playing in.
yeah.
I put Jalen Hurts above him now.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Ooh.
Kyler
Watch
Murray.
this year. Watch.
I don't know about Murray either.
You're high on Hurts, huh?
I mean, I am
I
too.
was
I am
last
too.
year, last night
But
of
man.
I think Dak's just as good as Russ.
Oh my God.
You can't tell me.
Russell Wilson is really freaking good. He's getting underrated now. He had one bad
He's
year.
probably underrated.
Yeah, he had
I
one
think
bad
he's
year.
just gotten on Chance's nerves.
That might be what it is.
He had a bad year where he ended up
My
getting
guy
hurt.
right there, Brian Dable.
Whenever you think, what was Drew Lock last year? Top 30 quarterback, maybe? And then
I would say like
Maybe.
34.
32 teams. I,
I
hope
mean-
he's top 30.
I was gonna say 34.
I would have
Sure.
taken. I would have
Few backups
taken.
there and there.
I would have
Some-
taken
a few
Keenum as a
backups?
backup in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Terod Taylor, wherever he was, I'd take him over Drew Lock.
I think I'd take Taysom Hill.
I
over
was
Drew
just
Lock.
Taysom Hill, maybe.
Heck no.
Ian
Heck
Book.
no.
Ian
Bomb.
Book.
I'd take Ian Book over Taysom Hill right
Andy
now.
Dalton, back up for the Cowboys
it.
last year. I would have took him over Lock, probably. Yeah, I mean, Lock might have been top 30.
I don't know. I've just never fallen in love with Russell Wilson like the rest of America has.
At worst, though, you're going from a top 30 quarterback to a top 10.
I mean, Sierra moves him
Top
up
15 for
a
sure.
notch or two, too.
Top 15, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I
Right.
follow his wife on Instagram.
At
Bill's on top of
Sierra
that.
I'm up in her
93.
DMs.
Did you ask her if she wanted to ride? Let's ride. Sierra. Let's ride.
I mean, I think there's an old joke Bill has about Dr. Pepper that
Oh, yeah.
he's willing to do something with some Dr. Pepper. He don't even like
Oh,
Dr.
yeah.
Pepper.
Have some Dr. Pepper with her.
He posted, all right. So while we're beating up on Russell Wilson, he posted a picture today of him like with his arms stretched out,
Watching film, I'm sure.
No, he's praising God. He said, "Thank you, Jesus," or something, which is cool, right? But he posted on Instagram, and he totally he's got his game pants on, and he's totally got the wiener on there. You know, I'm like, and it's a picture, and it's from like the bottom, like somebody's like squatted down taking it, and so it's like right there.
You see his bulge?
Yeah, just wiener and
Broncos country.
sticking balls. And it's
Right.
it's like Jesus, thank you, Jesus. I'm like, come on, Russ, man, like crop the picture,
Nothing
bro.
better than a bulge
I'd pull
in
it
Jesus.
up on the screen, but I don't want to Google that.
It's on his Instagram. You can go to his wife's and then find a.
He's got a
tag,
screenshot
I'm
of it
sure.
if you want to see.
I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it. But it was just like, bro, come on.
Like, what are we
Russ.
doing here? Yeah.
So what's the record
How many,
we
how many
thinking?
wins?
That's gonna be
Ooh,
hard.
This is
9
gonna
and
be the
7.
hardest one we've done about wins, I think.
Put up the schedule.
Bill
think
said,
9.
Bill said 9 and
9
7.
and 8. 9 and
9 and 8. I'm thinking 9 or 10.
Here, Josh, see what I'm talking about?
No, I Sierra likes him so much.
9 and 10, you think? Wait, that's not possible. Oh, 9 or 10 wins.
Yeah, 9 or 10.
It's going to be tough to get double digits in that division.
Week 1, Seattle.
Win.
In Seattle. I didn't know that.
Oh, that's
Now,
cool.
that's awesome.
Oh, it's a
Monday
nighttime.
night.
Monday night, yeah.
He's starting off with 2 wins.
Give me Seattle.
He may lose the next 2, so they're 2 and 2.
He's not good in that environment up there.
He might split one of the next 2, so 3 and 3. He'll beat New York. He'll beat Jacksonville. So now he's
You're looking
finally
at 5 or 6 wins
5
at
and
the
3.
break. I mean, they could be 5 and 3, 6
Look
and
at
2
his
at the
back
break.
half, though. 18,
Yeah.
18, 17, 16 are all losses.
I'm going to say 9.
I'm thinking 9.
9 and 8.
9 and 8.
They're
I'll
not,
give them 8
They're
and
not
9.
that low of a team where you see them play a Los Angeles team or Kansas City and you just say loss. I don't think they're that low.
I think the Las Vegas games between them two are going to be
I think they're going to split.
tough games.
And the thing about Denver, they've been bad recently, but they always play
They always put up a
competitive
fight.
games, and they haven't had a quarterback since Peyton. Now you're giving them Russ. Can he take them to that next level they've been missing? I think he can.
Well, you have to ask
Yeah,
if
they had to give
Cortland
up a
Sutton
lot
and Cortland Sutton and
have
Jerry
Russ.
Judy's going to take them there.
But I think the running
That's gonna be the
game is going to
question.
help enough.
Because he's taking a step down and guys he's going to be throwing to. In my opinion. I think Lockett's better than both of them.
Lockett, both of DK's better than both.
No,
of them.
that's why I didn't even
After
mention
this
DK.
year, Lockett probably won't be, but DK is absolutely the best.
Yeah,
out of that
that's
four.
why
I think
didn't mention DK.
Cortland. I think we might see a leap in Cortland's production.
I hope
If
so.
not,
They've
then
been
I
looking
was
for
wrong
4
about it.
years.
Well, he's definitely more accurate.
And if
quarterback
you look
for him.
if you look outside of wide receivers, you get a better running back room that's got a proven guy.
Chris Carson, man.
Chris Carson's retired,
But I'm talking about
and he was
what
always
he's
hurt
had.
all the time.
But and they always replace him with somebody who does just as good.
So all right, say your running back room's a wash. O-line, the thing Russ hasn't had for
Yeah.
10 years. He's
Is
got
their
a, he's got
O-line
a
that
good. He's
great?
got a
I know they
good
got
one.
Cushionberry.
He's got a good one. That's a
And Garrett
random
Bowles.
pool right there. Yeah.
Well, if their
Well, it's
defense,
LSU, he's a center.
if their defense can play like they did last year, or it'll be a little
Their
better.
defense will always be solid
Yeah.
somehow.
So their defense is definitely better than Seattle's was last year.
I mean, they got a good line. Quinn Miners, that's the fella from. He's the one that did all the drills with his gut out at the combine.
Oh, I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, he's a big fella. Dalton Reisner, Garrett Bowles, who absolutely transformed his career after being terrible early on. O-line is undeniably better. Yeah, there he is from Wisconsin Whitewater, offensive guard. You know he's good.
This is my hero.
Did you look him up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. I want a jersey. Number 77, please.
Yeah.
Well, we all know it's tough to get in the playoffs out of the AFC this year. So
that's true.
It's going to be tough for him.
He's got dreadlocks.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Are they a playoff team? No.
They're going to be right on the border, and I don't think they're going to get in.
I think 3 teams probably come from this division.
And I think,
probably.
So either them or Las Vegas.
Them or Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Or we're pushing
Why
the Chargers
would
in.
3 teams come, though?
Because that division's just so freaking good.
I know, but they got to play each other.
They got to beat up on each other a little bit, but how many times are they going to get beat from the others? Especially
the whole
that schedule was looked at. They play the AFC South, it looks like.
The whole AFC is going to beat up on each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot better.
It's going to be tough, but
somebody in that division is not going to make it.
Yeah.
Is it going to be them
or
Las
Vegas?
We're
putting the Chargers in, but every time we do that, they let us down. So
I still think this is their
year. I
year.
really think it is, but this ain't the first time we've said that, honestly. So
they've always had the talent.
Yeah, they always do. But someone always gets injured.
But another year with Herbert, I just think this is it.
Yeah,
they're gonna take that step.
Herbert has the record for passing yards and touchdowns in the first 2 seasons for a quarterback.
Oh, he beat out Baker.
He's got 69 touchdowns and 9,000 something yards.
And he's getting better.
And I just got to say, back in the 80s, I thought Dan Fouts and Kellen Winslow were going to get it done for the Chargers too. So we just keep on hoping.
Rivers and LT
they ran into the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Rivers and LT just played the Colts every freaking year.
Was it Fouts?
No, that was Stan Humphries.
That was Humphries.
Yeah, way back before. I think the Dolphins put him down.
Dan Marino.
Yep.
Clayton.
Or maybe even a little before Marino, because Fouts is a little older.
We're going back.
Yeah.
And think back to the Phillip Rivers days. Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates.
When Marty Schottenheimer was the head coach, they were like 15-1 one year, didn't get to the Super Bowl, so they fired him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like,
stupid.
What?
Antonio Gates.
And then who did they hire after him?
Like Norv Turner.
Was it Norv Turner?
Yeah.
Who wasn't a bad hire. I mean,
but Schottenheimer, I think Marty Schottenheimer is one of the greatest coaches of all time. I mean, he was a good coach.
Mike Thomas has a hamstring issue.
Just saw that. Yeah.
Imagine that.
A little bit of a hamstring issue.
Look, man, hamstrings, okay? And
Somebody took him in the 4th round.
I could be
last night
wrong,
in the fantasy draft.
but I feel like a hamstring should never be pulled in the game. Like I feel like that's a stretching issue.
Yep.
Like
Kyle, have you ever
these
been
guys
faster
should
as
warm up
fast as these guys?
God no.
So I don't think we can say that.
It's got to be. I'm telling you.
I mean, he's 30 and he's running probably like a 4.5
probably
40.
like 26.
He's older than me. He has to be older than me.
No.
Why?
How old is Michael
I'm
Thomas?
still a child, huh?
But I believe when these guys get these hamstrings, they linger the whole year. It's
Hamstrings
like every game.
yeah.
It's like
it's a large muscle group. I mean, when you tear it up, it's got to heal.
Yeah, the only way is to rest, and they're
Thank you.
They don't have time to rest.
How the crap is he 29?
Because he's been in the league for a decade.
Didn't
been there since
Marshawn
2016.
have a hamstring issue?
This is his 7th season.
Yeah, every skill position guy gets a hamstring issue.
Everyone.
But wide
Tom
receiver,
Brady,
90, well, he's not a skill. He's as fast as me and you right now, Kyle. That's why he ain't got one.
Who?
He don't move fast enough to pull his hamstring.
my 40 time in high school was better than Tom Brady's.
Well, see, Tom Brady doesn't actually have hamstrings.
He's a robot.
they've been removed.
So what's the record, y'all think? 9?
I'm gonna say 9.
I think they're right around 9.
9 and 8.
I'll go 8.
Who we got? Raiders.
Raiders. I mean, the Chargers didn't make the playoffs. The Raiders did, so we could go Chargers.
Okay,
Whichever
Chargers
one.
win the division.
Let's go Chargers.
And Herbert becomes the best quarterback in that division.
15-2.
Is that your bold prediction?
That's my
right
bold
off the top?
prediction.
What'd you
Boom.
say?
I said Chargers win this division, and Herbert becomes the best quarterback in this division.
Possibly the NFL.
Yeah, he's going to win MVP this year.
Well, to be the best in the division, he's going to have to be the best in the NFL. Because Mahomes is the best, in my opinion.
Well, hold on now. There's this little fella right here. Mr.
Did
Josh
you say he's the
Allen.
best quarterback in the NFL? I'm sorry, I was texting.
Mahomes, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
Do we want to yell again?
Oh, we're not going to get into this again.
I thought you were talking about Herbert. Okay, I'll take Mahomes.
Yeah,
I'll listen to Mahomes, but I ain't listening to nobody else. Okay.
My bold prediction, though.
Joshy P.
And Josh, are you on board with this? You think Herbert becomes the best in that division and then possibly wins the MVP?
I do agree.
Okay. Oh, Trent Taylor with the full extension. He's going to make that roster. He's had a great preseason.
Well, he had that big catch in the Super Bowl or playoffs?
Mm-hmm. What's up, Bill?
Oh, I was just confused.
So the Bengals Giants preseason game's on for those of y'all that can't see at home, which is nobody because we're not showing the TV. But the Chargers.
Defense.
Yeah.
Chase Daniel.
Yeah.
It's a great signing. He's
Defense.
an all-time great backup.
Khalil Mack. Got him for a 2nd and a 6th. That's a steal.
Kyle Van Noy.
J.C. Jackson, 5-year deal, $80 million.
Bryce
Bill's
Callahan.
phone's going off. Yeah, there's Bryce Callahan from the Broncos. We just talked about him.
So we can all agree their defense got a lot better.
And they're a defense that I believe in every freaking year. But Derwin James gets hurt.
You have to be in that division.
Someone else gets hurt.
You got to stay healthy.
They get hurt more than anybody.
Gerald Everett ain't nothing to just brush over either. I like Gerald Everett. He always feels like he's like 1 year away from being like just a stud.
Yeah, but he's never done it.
But he just always feels like he's going to.
In the draft,
Isaiah
Spiller, people have been bringing him up a lot, but
he's going to do to Eckler what Eckler did to Melvin Gordon.
No, he's not. J.T. Wood, safety from Baylor, more depth, I guess, help out when Derwin gets hurt inevitably. Zion Johnson, round 1, O-line. Don't really know much about him. Boston College.
He's a top 20 pick. Yeah.
Xander Horvath, running back from Purdue.
Nah, that's a player. I don't know who he is, but what about Jasser?
Sound like a fullback.
Jasser
Xander Horvath. He must be a fellow.
That's what I was thinking, but
let's see.
He is.
Oh, he's a fellow.
And he went to Purdue.
From Mishawa.
230.
He's a fullback.
Yeah.
He was a redshirt senior.
Is that Mike Allstott?
He's a fullback. Look, FB.
He
has no neck.
Is that the second coming of Mike Allstott?
Let's see.
This is what Torrey Carter wish he could be.
Whoa, now. Don't disrespect Torrey Carter.
Bum.
Nah, not a bum.
Matt Smith's going to call me tomorrow.
He don't listen.
He don't?
No.
He sent me videos of Peyton from the scrimmage.
Said he only has one speed, so he gets tracked and tackled.
What'd you say?
I was reading.
Hey, scroll up. I can't see it. Yeah, this is Xander Horvath.
He's pronounced Horvath.
I mean, he kind of looks like Mike Allstott.
What a freaking
played in-state. What did he do? 79 carries, 377 yards, 2 touchdowns, 17 catches, 1 touchdown. He was their leading rusher during the COVID year.
Broke his fibula.
So they have him listed as a fullback there. Why don't
Yeah.
they have it listed as a fullback on the other?
I don't know. He's from
6'3", 230. He's a big fella.
Mishawaka, Indiana. All right, let's not focus on him anymore.
Yeah,
he's probably not.
He's
even
not
on the
even.
He's probably not even on the roster anymore. Yeah.
We've been talking about him.
Whoa. If the electricity goes out, that'd be just grand. Losses. What did they lose? Andre Roberts, one of the best return men in the NFL. He's gone. Jared Cook.
They got that Carter guy though instead.
Jared Cook's gone.
Justin Jackson, the backup running back.
Yeah, Justin Jackson. He's had good games.
Yeah.
He's not been picked up. Oh no, he's in.
I think he's in Detroit.
He's in Detroit. Yeah.
Kaiser White, linebacker.
Brian Bulaga.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Say that again.
I forgot about that.
Brian Bulaga.
Chris Harris. He's gone. Forgot they had him last year. Michael Schofield. Same name as the main character from Prison Break.
In Denver for years. Right. He was good. He was a good ball player.
That's who that is.
Chris Harris.
Yeah.
He used to be big time.
Oh yeah, he was great.
I remember that because the Saints almost traded for him.
Well, I think he goes by Chris Harris Jr.
Yeah, he does. That's why I was confused.
So Chargers, what we thinking?
11.
Can Mike and Keenan stay healthy? Can Mike, Keenan, and Eckler stay healthy for a year?
That's going to be the question.
And Derwin James.
And Khalil Mack.
Mack don't have injury problems, I don't think.
He gets banged up every now and then.
He's just up there in age now.
Yeah. Well,
but he's still Khalil Mack.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at their schedule.
So, what, 10 wins, 11? Y'all got higher than that?
They're definitely double digits. Let's look at the schedule right quick.
Look at the schedule.
I think
Game one's tough, but I think
so
they can.
Confused, dude. I was like, how they already
week
played?
1 versus Vegas.
They open up with 2 division games.
That's tough. But let's just say they split it.
But then they get Jacksonville, Houston,
Cleveland,
Dude,
Denver.
Week 2 Thursday night football's gonna be freaking awesome.
So they're going to start off tough, but then they're going to rake.
I say 11 or 12, maybe.
Then
Houston,
they got
Jacksonville,
Atlanta. Atlanta's
Seattle,
weak.
Atlanta.
San Francisco's solid.
A lot of these,
Arizona's solid.
A lot of
Miami,
these weak games are on the road.
Tennessee.
So that factors in.
I'm never a Tennessee guy. And if you say they win half their division games, that'd be,
which they should.
That'd be at 11.
Yeah, so I'm going 12 wins.
A lot of the wins that
they stay healthy.
It's at Houston, at Cleveland, at Atlanta. I mean, those aren't just wash. You're not just going to wipe
Cleveland
those off
without
the schedule.
Deshaun Watson.
But it's all these easy games, or what should be easy games, is on the road.
But they're going to have a better defense, and their offense should be better
if they're on the field by week 3.
This could be the top offense in football if it wanted to be. It'd be right up there with the Bills. It could. They really could be.
Maybe.
Because they're better than the Bills at the running back position.
Yeah.
And everything else you could say is a wash. Unless you're a homer like I am.
I think Bills have better wide receivers, because after Mike, it's a pretty steep drop.
Ain't much after Davis.
Don't they have somebody else? We just talked about them the other week, didn't they?
They ain't much after Davis.
Who's the third receiver in Buffalo?
It used to be Cole Beasley. He ain't there no more.
Yeah.
Isaiah McKenzie.
Crowder.
Oh, they did get Crowder. I forgot they had Crowder.
But he's already banged up.
Yeah.
He's banged up every week.
Yeah.
McKenzie.
Yeah, Isaiah McKenzie. And the third in Los Angeles is Josh Palmer.
Yeah.
Who I just drafted in a fantasy draft, so hopefully he's awesome. But
I'm going to believe they stay healthy and they get 12 wins right here.
And then they lose round 1 in the playoffs just because it's the Chargers.
Yeah, that could happen.
Very possible.
That could happen.
Peyton Manning comes back and kills them like he always does.
He beat Peyton one year.
Did they?
Yeah.
I felt like they always matched up with the Colts.
And the Powder Blues. Yeah, they beat the Colts one year.
Well, then who did they lose to? Brady?
I'm sure.
Must have.
Yeah.
Colts
pretty much who everybody lost to.
The Colts beating them is what got Schottenheimer fired.
Yeah.
So that was their year.
So next, Raiders.
Raiders. I love how we all knew to do that.
Derek Carr, very much underrated quarterback.
I want to say he is the most underrated quarterback in the NFL.
Well, outside of Russell Wilson, apparently.
Screw Russell Wilson.
But his
Derek Carr or Russell Wilson? You're going to say Derek Carr.
I would say Derek Carr.
Yep.
I've always been high on Derek Carr, though. You know that.
If you look at his numbers
they're
are
just
always
as good.
Well, it's
I mean, he's going to have over 4,000
He's
yards
been
every
throwing
year.
the garbage, and it's still just as good.
Garbage.
All right, Waller the baller. Who else?
Renfro.
Okay, for a year. Who else?
About 2 years.
Ain't throwing to nobody. I didn't know they got Neil Farrell.
Yeah.
Well, then
Samir
everybody.
White's going to get the ball there, too, I bet a lot.
Last year, everybody got
Adams.
hurt, and he still threw for, over 4,000 yards.
And he has a
Henry
true
Ruggs.
number
he threw
one
to
wide
Henry
receiver
Ruggs.
now.
Yeah, for a little while.
Yeah. For about 2 weeks.
Until like the middle of October.
Yeah.
And didn't Waller get hurt for a while?
Brian Edwards was
Waller got banged up bad
Waller
year.
had a down year. Zay Jones revived his career there.
I mean, to do what he done last year and bring him to the playoffs.
Zay Jones got a
pretty
contract
impressive.
because
and
of
almost beat the Bengals.
Yeah. So what a game.
Yeah.
They had Solomon Thomas?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
What they bring in?
Oh, they
Keelan
got
Cole.
DeMarcus Robinson. I
Keelan
like
Cole.
him.
Well, I mean,
No, I think he got cut. He just signed.
Really?
He just signed with somebody else.
Dude, I like DeMarcus Robinson.
Oh, where
well,
did
they
he
brought
sign?
in possibly the best wide receiver in the league.
Yeah, without
absolutely.
a doubt. Yeah, for sure.
Besides Cooper Kupp. But anyway.
So-
DeMarcus Robinson signed with the Ravens.
So you know how like teams preseasons are generally flip flop from the regular seasons. Like if they do really well in the preseason, they suck it up.
Yeah.
Just listen to the standings, the preseason standings. Like Vegas is 3-0, Denver's 1-1, KC's 1-1, and Chargers are 0-2. So if you flip that on its head, you very well might get how they finish.
Well, don't say that in front of the Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens are on 21 game win streak in the preseason.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, go check out the NFC South. What they doing? Saints are 0-2, so let's go.
Super Bowl.
Let's flip that.
Yeah.
Well, listen to the NFC South. Tampa Bay 0-2, New Orleans 0-2, Carolina 1-1, Atlanta 1-0.
Yeah.
So we play football from September to February. We don't play football in August.
I think there's some. I might be wrong, but I think there was a Hall of Fame game, drought or something, where the teams that play in that don't make the playoffs.
Whoa.
Pretty sure. I might be wrong.
I'm going to Google that.
I think I remember hearing something about that.
Well, I feel like it's always the Steelers playing that game.
Yeah.
Because they always got people going in, it feels like, every year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Devontae Adams. That's pretty dang big, if I had to say.
I can't wait to watch that.
Pairs up with his college quarterback, Fresno State guys. What
How
a
about,
college for that.
How about Hunter Renfrow getting paid $32 million, $21 million guaranteed after being a walk-on, at Clemson, having to prove himself, scoring the game winner in the national championship, then having to prove himself again in the NFL? What was he, a third or fourth round pick or later?
Probably fourth, if I had to guess.
So,
Hunter, Mr. Dad Bod Renfrow.
Yeah, he's balding.
He's been balding
And
since
Max
he's in
Crosby
college.
got a 4-year deal. I thought he'd played good last year.
Okay, this might be
He
it.
made money last year.
No team that has appeared in the Hall of Fame game has ever won a Super Bowl. There's been 112 teams that have done it. No one has ever won a Super Bowl.
Like that same year, obviously.
Yeah. Most recent was 2001 Rams to even make it. And then they lost. That's greatest show on turf. More than half the teams that play in Canton missed the NFL playoffs.
he was a fifth round pick.
62% of the teams that play in that game don't make the playoffs. So, not great history to be on that side for the Raiders. So, what we thinking?
Oh, and don't forget the Chandler Jones signing. That's a big sign.
You got two good pass rushers coming off both sides.
Both sides.
Yeah, those two guys are nasty.
Yeah, Max Crosby, Chandler Jones, Vernon Butler. I think he got cut.
I wanted Chandler Jones in New Orleans so bad.
Yep. Yeah.
God.
Rocky Sin, they got him from Indianapolis. Anthony Averett, good corner. Jayon Brown.
Hold
up, Kenny Young. Didn't I just talk about him? Did he leave Denver? Maybe.
Yeah, he must have went there.
Okay.
This could be a wild card. I mean, I don't think they're going to win the division, but they got a dang good team.
The
I
thing
think
is,
10
wild card
games.
is going to have to be 9 at least wins, maybe 10.
I think they can get 10.
Well, I heard a lot of them talking about their offensive line is not the greatest.
Really? Well, who'd they lose? They lost Incognito. He finally went home after bullying everybody.
Hey, easy.
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson. I don't remember him being there, but he's gone.
He was number 1.
Alec Ingold, their fullback. He's gone. That's
Where'd
no
he
fun.
go? Oh, he went to the
home.
Dolphins.
Marcus Mariota's gone. No more gadget.
Gone to be a starter for the Falcons.
Carl Nassib,
Peabody High School.
Ngakwe, Charles Littleton, Nick Kwiatkowski.
Where did Nassib go?
Who? Oh, Carl Nassib.
Carl Nassib.
He just signed with the Buccaneers the other
Bucks.
day.
Yeah. Casey Hayward's gone. God, they lost
a lot of
a
people.
lot of defensive
Gerald
vets.
McCoy was there.
Yeah, I think he came in halfway.
I swear I did not know Solomon Thomas was there.
It's a lot of freaking vets that are gone. I know that. So defense might not be up to par.
And they got Neil Farrell, and they got who's the dude they drafted from Clemson, number 3 overall that they shouldn't have.
But that offense is going to be freaking nasty there.
Farrell. Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell?
That's an actor.
They're going to have to be able to get to the quarterback and, rush the quarterback to be good. Which they can. They definitely have the guys to do it. But
yeah, I mean, Crosby, probably one of the most improved defensive players last year.
Yeah, he
earned
that contract.
And then Chandler Jones was ungodly last year. He was.
Didn't he almost break the record?
Yeah, he had 20 something. I think
he made a run at it. I know.
Yeah, and I think for his age, he's got the most. Didn't he have the most sacks for his age?
He had something like that. Yeah, and he's sneakily climbing that leaderboard for like the all-time list because he constantly just puts up solid season after solid season. Who's up? Who were we just talking about?
The best Jones brother by far.
Yeah.
He didn't buy his supplements at the gas station.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. Who were we just talking about?
He's got 107.5 sacks all time. It's a lot.
107.5. So if he goes about 10 more years, he might can sneak up there. Who? I was about to look up somebody. Who are we talking about?
I've never slept on Chandler Jones. I've always been a fan.
Pretty athletic family.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they're insane. That whole family.
Yeah. So what's the record we thinking? Oh, it's
10.
Cleland Farrell.
Oh,
That's
speaking of tech product right there, Vernon Butler.
He's gone.
Oh,
They
okay,
cut
he's
him.
gone.
Him and Robinson got cut together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was going to ask about him.
Where did Vernon Butler go?
No, DeMarcus, not Amik. Amik's still
Okay.
there.
I was about to say,
But Amik, people
got
say
cut.
looks awful.
Yeah, he's looked bad since he got there.
They said that he kills it in practice, kills it in training camp. Everyone was excited for preseason. Preseason game 1, he got killed. So he might not make it through the final 53. We'll see.
And I just
Hopefully
knew he was
does.
going to be great, man.
Yeah.
He's just undersized.
That's what we think with every tech player, just about.
Yeah.
So 10 wins, y'all wanting?
Amik Robertson.
So I think they're like slightly.
They're one win better than the Broncos.
Yeah, slightly ahead of the Broncos.
Those head-to-head games might decide it.
Yeah.
It's 9 or 10. Look at the schedule.
Let's see. Who do they open up with? Oh, they open up the Chargers. Yeah, we just talked about that. So we get Cardinals week 2. That's iffy.
Toss up.
Crap, that first
They
5.
could be 0-5.
Jesus.
They could be
at
0-5.
Chargers versus Arizona, at Tennessee versus Denver, at KC. That's rough.
Wonder if the Thunder gets picked up on these mics.
I don't think so. I ain't heard it. That's rough. But then you go to Houston. Got to go to NOLA. Who dat?
Islands.
And what's this? Ending the season. Oh, my God.
I'm going to say 9 with them.
That's a brutal schedule.
You end the season
Yeah, their
with,
schedule's rough.
You end the season with Los Angeles Chargers at the Los Angeles Rams versus Patriots in December, at Pittsburgh on Christmas Eve versus the Niners versus the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Why does Pittsburgh always play on a holiday, man? They always get those
America's
feature
team.
games, yeah.
That's a hard schedule.
That might be the toughest schedule in football.
Hard schedule right there.
So they could win anywhere from 5 to
12. Yeah. Honestly.
I think
I
they're
don't
going to
think
win
you get
on
double
5.
digits with that schedule.
I don't either.
Their easiest stretch is that 7 through 12.
8 or 9.
But even in that, you've got at New Orleans, at Denver versus Indianapolis. None of those are easy.
Can I retract my statement about them being the
All
sleeper
right.
to win the division because
Yeah.
that schedule is rough.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
horrible. They got
Wow.
the shaft there.
At Rams, Week 14 on Thursday night. That's a fun one.
You know, like ESPN and all these, they're big on the Raiders this year.
Well,
big market.
they had the biggest signing, or no, the biggest trade in the.
I think we were all pretty big on them until about 2 minutes ago.
Yes,
Yeah,
we were.
Seen
We
the
were.
schedule.
Wow. So, yeah,
Well,
Raiders.
And Vegas has got to be the destination city to go watch an NFL game in, right?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely. And speaking of Vegas, they have them at plus 600 to win the division, which was a significant
maybe that makes sense.
significant drop off from the plus 270 I think it was for the Broncos, who was in third.
Yeah.
So makes sense.
They got the odds, but I don't think it's worth it with that schedule.
No,
So what are we thinking?
I'll take your money. If you
Did
wanna
we
get
just
rid
do the
of it.
Chargers before this? Yeah.
Yes, we're down to the Chiefs.
So
I'm thinking 8.
9 or 8.
8 or
I give
9.
them 8.
I think 8's more realistic.
Yeah.
If they're lucky.
Any 7 to 10 wins.
And I'm gonna hate that, man, because they're gonna talk about Carr so bad, but it ain't his fault they're playing against an amazing schedule.
You know, last
if
year,
if he's that good of a quarterback, he'll take that step and
well, last year they
I hope
weren't
he
supposed
does.
to be near as good as they were, and they pulled
Yep.
it out. So
And all the crap that went wrong there during
Yeah.
the year. Good Lord. Had people killing people.
All right, to the
Being
to the
racist.
got fired. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
The chefs.
Yeah.
Sky Moore, I have in both of my fantasy
What
leagues
a
so far
draft
today.
they had here.
You got Sky Moore? That's what I'm talking about.
Both my
Them
leagues.
Chiefs, they go with Trent McDuff, who might have. I mean, he's probably top 3, top 4 corner in the draft. Has the talent. I think he had a couple injury concerns from Washington. They always produce good D-backs. George Karlaftis, really good edge.
People like
fell
him.
in the draft. They kind of snagged him at that end with that. I guess they used that was their pick. The 21 was the Tyreek Hill pick, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
Then round 2 they go with Sky Moore. I think everyone in the world is high on him, so he's gonna suck.
Absolutely. He's going to be what Corey Davis turned out to be.
And then my favorite pick
Same
is
school, too, I think.
round 4, Joshua Williams, cornerback, Fayetteville State.
Yeah, one of
That's
our
in
cousins.
Arkansas?
Late long cousin.
He's got he's got to be a stud.
He ain't a fella.
His 40's got to be under.
He looks just like you, Josh.
Yeah, North
Holy
Carolina.
cow.
Never mind. 4'5", 340. Why did he go
He's
so high?
6'3".
He looks fast.
That Fayetteville State NFL comparison.
Greedy Williams.
Greedy Williams. Yeah, I
Ooh.
can see that. Hey, Greedy's had a solid career.
Length and everything.
Well, if you're from Fayetteville State, wait,
Well, I think
it's Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's not even Arkansas.
So he's from where J.
J.
Cole's
Cole.
from.
Yeah, his Fayetteville.
It's a rough.
All right.
It's a rough place.
Round
the
7.
biggest thing is Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, round 7.
People are already saying
he
he might steal the job from Clyde.
It's not hard to do.
Yeah, that's something to watch out for right there.
And
And
y'all
they
have,
say he's large and he is fast.
Y'all talked so much about the lack of defense.
They
draft 4 cornerbacks and a safety here with
pull
an
up,
edge.
Pull up Pacheco's
They needed
stats there.
Yeah,
I want to see how big he is.
I read earlier that he has a
think he's
combination
small.
of
I think he's-
size and speed.
Yeah, he's fast.
He's not that
He's
big.
216.
216. He's not
216.
no small guy.
Runs a 4.37.
Yeah, 33 jump. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he wears number 1.
Oh, I like him even more.
Yeah.
You like guys that
I
way?
think
Dude,
he does.
I love single.
I might be
digit
wrong. I might be wrong.
athletes, man. Football. I'm so glad they changed that. freaking
McKinnon
rule.
wore 1, so maybe he doesn't. I might be wrong.
I think he might wear 5 or something. I'm gonna look him up.
So
I'm Team Clyde.
what did they add here? Ronald Jones, who I'm kind of surprised is not being talked about more. I honestly thought he would go in and be a big contributor, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the
down
case.
on the depth chart.
That's crazy to me,
What's
honestly.
Pacheco's first name? Isaiah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wide receiver. They throw some money out there to some guys to rejuvenate their career. Juju.
I think that's a good signing.
Juju
Yeah, that's
on
going to be
that
big.
I think it
he'll
is,
be
too.
big this
He
year.
is still really young. He's
Yeah.
only like 25 years old.
And
he had a really good year.
He's got the talent. You've seen him do it in
Hey,
the NFL.
here you go. He's number 10.
Okay.
He took Tyreek's number.
There we go. Juju, you've seen him do it in the NFL, kind of early on, though, that first year or two, and then Big Ben was awful, so he kind of
Couldn't
took
throw
a
the
step
ball.
down. Yeah.
He's definitely a better quarterback situation for him.
Oh yeah.
And then Marquez Valdez-Scantling, who everyone's been talking about that breakout happening for a while. Last year he had a decent season, but he's never really had it. But he's also in Green Bay with Adams and
There's going to be a lot more
He didn't earn
spreading
that
of the
$30
wealth
million.
in this offense.
I'm not a big believer because he never done anything in Green Bay.
it's a lot of money, but I think they had to take them shots like that.
I think that Patrick Mahomes, as he matures, kind of settles down a little more in the pocket, spreads the ball a little bit more, and I think you're going to see some of these guys, especially with Tyreek Hill going, I think you're going to go see Juju and some of these other cats kind of step up and have better numbers.
I like them.
Not to mention
Frank
Kelsey's
Clark.
getting older too.
Yeah. I like to keep him Frank Clark because they were rumored to lose him.
Yeah,
and
he's been kind of down past couple of years.
But
He's
you got to
not great,
keep him. You
but
got to have him.
Orlando Brown's back on the franchise tag. Carlos Dunlap's coming in. Where did he go last year? Was it
Seattle.
He wore like number 8. Justin Reed comes in to replace Tyron a little bit.
Just like he did in Houston, huh?
Yeah. 3-year, $30 million. I mean, Justin Reed's a really good safety. That's nothing to just look past at all. Lonnie Johnson's coming in at D-back. Has the talent. Never really made it happen in
Why
Houston.
do I know Lonnie Johnson's name?
Kentucky cornerback.
Is that what it is?
Had dreads.
Okay.
Who did they lose? So they lost Tyron.
Well, we know the big one.
Tyreek Hill, Daryl
Tyreek
Williams, Pringle, DeMarcus Robinson.
So the receiver room
we got redone.
They kept their best receiver, who was a tight end.
Yeah, Travis Kelce. They lost Daniel Sorensen. That's for the best.
Yeah, we inherited that.
Charvarius Ward, really big loss, honestly.
Is Jerron Reed the guy from Bama?
No, that's wait.
Okafor.
Is that him? I think he's in Washington.
That's what I thought too.
The Saints steal both of their safeties.
Yeah.
Yeah, both.
And one of them is not going to touch the field. Not Bama.
Oh, it is him. Wow. I didn't know he went there.
Give me that.
So
Kyle
Calvin
Long
Ingram's
retired.
gone.
He'll be a special team guy.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, Matthews
Oh, it'd be shocked
always
if he
going
didn't
to
make the
miss a
team,
couple of games.
I would
usually.
be too, but still.
So
we're deep at safety.
What we're looking out here?
Deep.
At Arizona to open it up versus the Chargers. At Indy. At Tampa. Wow, that's a lot of road games started off there.
Boy, those first 7 are.
Oh God! Then you go to Vegas at home for Vegas Monday night versus Buffalo.
Can't wait for that game.
And then at San Fran.
So let's say they
How is
beat
Buffalo
Arizona
not
on
a
the road.
nighttime game, man?
God, that's a tough game.
Why do they not have them on Sunday Night Football?
Who?
Buffalo.
I think their schedule's worse than Vegas'
That may
Well,
be
let's see
one
what the
that
second
gets-
half is.
Well, it's on CBS. No, we moved.
Second half, you
They got a
get
couple more winnable games. but
Tennessee, Jacksonville,
Cincinnati.
Ugh, Cincinnati,
Both LAs.
Houston, Seattle. God, that division's just so tough.
There's only like 3
Well, it's
just
'cause
easy
that
games. The rest
division-
of them's
Because
all.
of the division.
That division, you have 6 that are guaranteed tough.
So let's say 10 wins. 10 wins, 11 wins?
I could see them all beating up on each other.
You could see this division being
The
4
West
teams that have
within
8
2 games
that
of
are
each other.
within 8 and 10.
I was
Honestly,
going to say 10 or 11. 10 wins could win the division.
The best record will not come out of this division, even though it is the best division in football, and that's why it won't.
But when they get in the playoffs,
Well, it's also
they're going
because
to
the
be
Bills are the
the
best team
team
in football,
to watch
right?
out for.
It's also because the Bills are the best team in football, right?
Well, absolutely, but still, Bills have an easier division. If the Bills were in this division, they wouldn't have the best record.
Yeah.
And I'm saying
it's
that
gonna
this
be
guy's
tough.
honest truth.
It's going to be tough.
That's brutal.
Wow.
So 11
I can't
and
wait
6.
to watch Josh
I mean-
Allen throw football.
And hey, just like the Raiders, they get both LA teams back to back.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Well, with this schedule, it makes me think the Chargers have a better chance of winning the division.
Yeah,
They have the easiest schedule out of the
they
bunch.
do have the best schedule.
So 10 wins.
Who won the division last year? Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah. Chargers didn't make
So
the
that's why.
playoffs.
That's why they have the hardest.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
'Cause you have to remember
Chargers
that.
have a third place schedule.
Yep.
Yeah, because
And the Raiders have a second place schedule.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's what
and
makes
Denver has 4th. So yeah, Chargers you
sucks.
get who's some of the
So
third
that's why we
place
think the
teams.
Saints get screwed every year. It's really just
Oh,
their-
the top 100. I forgot about that happening. Dalvin
Yeah.
Cook,
that list is
31.
garbage.
Dalvin Cook, 31.
Should it be lower?
Higher.
This will be another podcast, guys.
Yeah, I can't wait for
We
that.
get started on that.
My brother told me
30
today. He's
people
like, I
in
feel
there.
like that's the
Don't-
worst
don't go down
ranking
that
list in
rabbit hole.
all
There's
sports.
30 people. There's no way there's 30 people better than him.
I would not disagree with that at all.
About what?
Worst ranking list in all of sports.
Oh, it's horrible every year.
Well, what was
But
Kamara?
it's voted on by the players.
Kamara
It's
was
all
like
about
48,
content.
in
wasn't
the
he?
60s.
Was he? Wow.
Yeah, I think he's like 62.
Like the top half of the thing is reserved for Saints players.
Every year.
There's no Saints players allowed in the bottom 50.
So, is that it?
Yeah, man.
That was the
we're
quickest
done.
one we've ever done.
That's surprising.
And this the division that's probably the
Best
toughest.
division.
Maybe
That's
it's because
crazy.
we just don't feel confident about anything
Well,
we just
and
said.
there's not as many.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
I agree.
I think it could be that there's so much, honestly, known. There's not that much unknown. You know, with
Nothing to speculate.
Yeah, like the NFC North, we went like an hour and 15 on them because you're speculating the Lions. Are the Bears going to make that jump? Can the Lions make? I mean, can the Vikings make the
wait
playoffs?
for our
What the
helmet to
crap are
come
the
in.
Packers doing? You know, all those teams have question marks. These teams don't.
Well, all of these teams are
They're
pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you got 2 that could be Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, I mean, what their biggest question marks are like, is the defense going to come together? But that's pretty much every team in the NFL. Honestly, there's no defense that's like solidified and they're gonna be good.
So me and Kyle,
it's hard to play defense in that division.
It is. It's hard to play defense in the NFL.
Can you imagine being defense coordinator there? What's up?
We think that the Chargers are going to win the division, right? Me and you.
Yeah.
Who do y'all think?
I think the Chargers.
The Chargers. Who do you think?
Clay's gonna go with KC.
It's hard to not pick Mahomes. I want to pick the Chargers. I'm a big believer in them.
Yeah, it feels dirty to pick against Mahomes.
And I mean, I love the Chargers. I love the Chargers defense a lot. Honestly, Keenan Allen's might be my favorite receiver in the NFL.
I'll say this, and it's gonna be a bias of like what I grew up watching. But when I watch, good lord. When I watched Herbert play, I was thinking Mahomes. I couldn't get him out of my head.
I didn't know where you were going.
When I watch Herbert play, he just reminds me of like prime Manning, prime Brady, prime, all those cats. Like just the way he
more
distributes the ball. Yeah. And with a bigger arm.
Yeah.
But
his arms
I know what he's saying.
Maybe like younger Rodgers.
It's hard to not go with the KC until you get knocked off the,
And
they've been there for how many years?
3 or 4 probably since before Mahomes.
KC finds a way to win, don't they?
They do,
don't they? Chance.
Miles Garrett's on the TV. I wonder if he made the top 10.
He will, yeah.
KC's one of them teams. Even if they don't start out good, they find a way by the middle of the year to turn it around.
And something we haven't talked about.
They're going to struggle at the beginning, and we're all going to be like, "Oh, they're finally going to take a step back." We did it last year with Pat making a lot of bad, careless throws.
Mahomes hurt his knee a couple years ago.
Yeah,
People
he
like
gets
it's
hurt.
done.
He plays through it.
When you count them out, is when they're going to do it.
Something we haven't talked about at all in this division.
He did look bad in parts of last year, though.
Something we haven't talked about. We dived into it a little bit a couple episodes ago. Head coach, who was number 2 for just about everybody, Andy Reid.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And he's going to win you some games by himself.
Well,
who else is in this division?
I was going to say
McDaniels
in a division that's the teams are pretty even. Who's the best coach?
Who's the best coach by a
and
mile?
I think
a mile and a half.
So a good way to like on paper just predict a division champ is who's their quarterback and who's their coach.
And
if you
who's
do
got
that,
the best of that.
If you do that, you're probably going to go KC.
Mm-hmm.
But
if you do that, you're probably going to go KC to win the NFL.
But I'm still going with the Chargers.
I'm going with the Chargers.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. But Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, let's see them not do it first.
Chargers win a division. KC wins the Super Bowl.
Hey, you never know.
And I probably wouldn't be so high on them if the Bengals hadn't have done what they did last year. Because I do feel like, and oh God, some Saints people will be pissed, or some Louisiana people will be pissed, but I feel like Herbert's a little bit better than Burrow.
He is.
He's a better quarterback. It's hard to say. It's hard to say right now. Yeah, he's better because he hasn't done what Burrow's done.
So okay, and I keep throwing back to these older guys, but it feels like
Dan Marino.
Maybe Marino, maybe Aikman type thing, or I was going to go better than that. I was going to go Brady Manning in that Peyton had more talent.
That was Kayvon Thibodeau that just got I don't know. He's walked off the field. He's going in the blue tent. You never want to see that.
I think one thing we could say about these quarterbacks, we're seeing some of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play.
Yes, we are.
We're arguing is Russell Wilson a top 10 quarterback?
Exactly.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He is at the end of his
Alvin
road,
Kamara is
though.
number 51.
How old is Russ? 30, 34?
I don't
Probably.
think he's that old, is he? Really?
Yeah.
He's one of the older quarterbacks.
No, he might be a little bit younger than me. He might be 33.
He came in, 2011?
So, I mean, he still might have another 6-7 years.
He's at the top.
But he's on the back nine.
Now, you look at the top 10 quarterbacks in the league, man, it's crazy. And we still have Tom Brady in there, the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Russ is 33.
We're seeing a changing of the guard at quarterback, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
It's a quarterback-driven league, like always.
I'm here for it, and I like the. There was a few years, especially when the Wildcat came around. Like I thought the quarterback position was going to change,
Dude, that
and that
phased
everybody
out so quick,
and
Brian Kelly.
that everybody was going to be
Chip Kelly, not Brian.
Everybody was going to be your boy over there in Baltimore. Like if you were going to play quarterback, you were going to have to be Lamar-esque. But it really it's really you got to be able to throw from the pocket in this league. Now Lamar can throw from the pocket too. That's why he is who he is.
Amen.
But you have to throw from the pocket, and
gotta score
I love that
points.
about the position.
And the score
Trey
points.
Quinn, there's your boy.
Get it down the field.
Lafayette,
Look
Louisiana,
at that
baby.
hair on him. Is he gonna make the roster? It just shocks me he ain't made a roster and stuck around.
He couldn't play at LSU. He probably could have, but
put him on that 2019 team. He probably is a stud, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
as fourth string.
Yeah, probably.
he's not better than Marshall, Chase, or Jefferson.
Well, obviously.
Marshall, Chase, Jefferson,
Thad.
Who was higher rated coming out of high school than him, though?
Well, because he played all the whites down there at Barb.
Oh, the whites.
Yeah.
Now Barb plays some talent.
They're a 5A school, Clay.
Yeah, they're playing in the
they
private
were making
school.
dome runs every year.
It was private
almost.
school, huh?
No.
It wasn't? You sure?
No, they're not private.
You sure?
I'm 1,000% sure.
Nah, they're select.
They're in Lake Charles. The only private schools there is St. Thomas More.
They got to be. They got to be
St.
private.
Charles.
There's something.
He
they
was
recruit.
He was a baller, and then they wasted his talent at LSU.
He's a better baseball
And
player.
then he went over there with Cortland Sutton and showed out, and he put up the same numbers as Cortland Sutton.
Well,
did,
I could go show out at SMU.
No, they were ballers.
They barely have a football program.
And what was
what they did in the 90s. Yeah.
Tech played SMU in the bowl game.
Yeah.
His senior year. I think
Really?
Tech, yeah.
I don't remember
I think
that.
Tech won 52-14.
Tech lost that?
No,
they won.
Beat them. They beat SMU that bad.
Tech don't lose bowl games.
No, they don't.
Except for the last one. And then
Yeah.
Skip finally lost. They fired his butt. They're like, you suck.
All right. So,
Great pod.
solid episode. Glad we got that one out of the way. I was kind of dreading that one just because I knew it was going to be rough to.
Yeah. And
hash
one
that
last
out.
thing before we go. Albert Pujols.
What a man.
Have y'all seen that man? He had 2
4-9.
homers yesterday.
Yep.
He's making a run.
692. 692.
And if he keeps doing it in bunches, he's going to get it.
8 more in what, 40 games?
He can do it.
8 more. But they asked him, he said he is not going to come back. He said, I am retiring.
Look,
It don't
and these
matter. It don't
pitchers
mean
better
that
be
much
throwing
to
him freaking cheese. Y'all hear me?
Dude, Teddy Veal.
They better be throwing him some cheese.
Oh, yeah, they better. I mean, at final week, if he's within like 5, just get some guys out there throwing bat in practice. Who do the Cardinals play the last week of the season? Is it like
Pirates,
Cubs,
Wonder
Reds?
what they got to lose.
That's on y'all.
If he hits home runs in the playoffs, does that count
No.
towards his record?
No, because he'd already have
Really?
it.
Crap.
That's the stupid thing about sports.
Yeah, and it really shouldn't be that. Like,
That's what pushes you over the edge,
Yeah.
huh?
well, I mean, think
I
about what
agree,
Tom
Ryan.
Brady's total yards would look like versus Peyton's.
Oh,
you know?
And I
Oh.
guess that's why. You know?
Here we go. So September. Oh no, crap! August. Here's the Cardinal series after they play the Braves. Reds, Cubs, Nationals, Pirates, Brewers, Reds, Padres who suck. Josh Hader's the worst closer in the MLB. Dodgers, Brewers. Then a 6-game series against the Pirates to end the year.
6-game series.
Well, it's three in St. Louis,
home.
3 in Pittsburgh. So
He's got a shot, man.
6 games against the Pirates to end out the season.
He has a shot.
That's something to watch. I'm excited for it. All right.
My list, dude.
Who dat?
Yeah, chop on.
Chop on, baby.
Do it.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me.